back, everybody. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Blow podcast. Got my girlfriend here, Mac Lawson. What's up, girlie?
Hi.
All the way in from Miami. We were just talking about how you got started in LA in comedy.
Yes. Yeah, it was, I finagled my way onto this bar show, and like Matt Rife was on it, Jason Collins.
Which bar show?
It was at this place called the Phoenix.
Okay.
And it was very short-lived because of COVID,
Yeah.
but I was the events coordinator there, and I told them if they wanted to do the show, they had to let me perform.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. I was really bad, too.
How'd it go?
They hated it. Every time I went on stage, I saw the girl's face.
How much
like,
time
get the fuck
did you do
off.
your first time?
5 minutes.
Oh, I was going to say, like, you gave yourself a 15-minute spot to start?
Oh, hell
Ouch.
no. Yeah, and I had like one good joke, and I still tell the joke, but yeah, that was it.
I mean, I'll tell an old joke that's good no matter what.
For sure.
I'll get rid of old jokes and then forget about them. Like, I'll just stop telling it, and I won't remember why I stopped telling it. I'm like, yeah, I'll bring that back.
Yeah,
like,
if it's still applicable,
it
why
works
not?
now. Yeah. Some of them work better.
Yeah, my joke has just been, it's about Trump, and it just will not go bad.
Not go away.
Yeah, I love it.
So you got started in LA, huh?
Yeah, I actually got started because a bunch of people on the internet told me to do it.
Really?
Yeah, so you guys can blame them.
The internet?
The internet. They told me that I was really funny. I needed to do stand-up. And
what were you, like, posting jokes on Twitter or something?
I was just ranting.
Okay.
I was really fucking depressed, and I would just go on the internet and make myself laugh. And yeah, just everyone was like, do stand-up. You're so funny. And I was like, fine. I like want to kill myself anyways, so I might as well try it. Like, for real. So then I tried it, and I was like, oh, it really wasn't that bad.
Okay. And now, are you from here?
No, I'm from Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Virginia Beach.
How long are you living out here?
I lived out here for about 3-4 years.
Okay. And then COVID, you just had enough. You said, "Fuck, I'm out of here."
Yeah, it was like I got up to like the 1 year mark, and I was like, I can't even do all the things LA is good for anymore.
I stuck it out. I mean, I got here right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
At the end of 2019. So going into 20, and I was in Australia for all of 2020 doing a comedy festival, or January. So I got back. I had like 1 month, and then everything closed down. I'm like, this is fucking bizarre.
I felt like I had a lot of the connections already, and once I got to Miami, I was like, I feel like I can kind of just do this from here. But there was definitely a benefit to the people that did stay here, because I feel like the networking just got so much better during COVID.
Yeah, well, I feel like COVID shook out a lot of the
weaklings.
Not from LA. Like if you weren't really about being a comic, you weren't going to take 2 years off and come back. And thank God, I opened for Jeff Dye on the road, and there was some gigs on the road in Texas and Florida, Ohio.
So you were able to perform during
a
that
little
time.
bit, a little bit. Not, I mean, there was months where everyone was locked down, but I got my vaccine early just so I could fly to gigs. I didn't give it. I don't care about the vaccine. I don't know if it worked or not. I just whatever it takes.
You just want to get on stage.
To get on stage. Yeah.
That was like kind of honestly my point of view, because it was a year that I didn't do it, and I knew that if I went to Texas, so I started off in Texas, and then I went to Miami, and I was able to actually get on stage because I had just started comedy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do it. I wanted to get on stage. Yeah. But what I ended up doing is I ended up going online and just applying to a bunch of different like apps and stuff like that. And then OnlyFans ended up contacting me, and that's how I got on OnlyFans. Okay. Shameless plug, but that's...
Well, I mean, you got on for comedy first.
I don't do any nudity or anything like that.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about it, but originally they were like, we just want like new types of talent on the platform, and I was like, I don't know.
Where the fuck is OnlyFans reaching out to me, man?
Well,
I constantly get in trouble on social media. It's probably the only app where I can do shit.
I can tell you to contact at OnlyFans.
Please do.
But so I got on there, they like promoted me, and then I was like, oh wow, I can do this and I don't have to get naked. that was it.
Well, I remember there was a big thing. I forget who it was. Some celebrity, obviously a female. Like, I'm on OnlyFans, and she made like $30 million the first month.
Oh yeah.
And everyone was furious because none of them were nude.
None of them were nude.
And they ended up like giving I think OnlyFans like refunded their money, but they said from now on, no one's like you.
Yeah.
Like, we're not doing any refunds. And do they make you say no nudity, or do you let people know yourself?
You can't lie. If you lie, they can charge back, and I don't lie.
Okay, I think that's how they changed it, because she was like, yeah, I'm on OnlyFans, and everyone just assumed she was naked.
It was like Bella something.
Yeah, Bella Thorne or whatever.
Bella Thorne.
She was just in a bikini. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's
I saw this photo on your Instagram.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like it's more than you would see on my Instagram, but I just don't really go past that like comfort zone. So,
okay, lots of camel toe, lots of nips.
Yeah,
I seen it. I'm
kidding. Nope. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's about right. Just stuff that like wouldn't be too awkward for my mom to look at.
Is your mom a subscriber? I hope
no,
not.
I'm just in my mind. I'm like, if this were to get leaked, like, would my mom get mad? That's like my limit. Yeah.
I mean, how much do you think do you think you make 2 times as much, 3 times as much? How much do you think you make if you were nude?
If I did nudity, I'll be very easily a millionaire right now.
Wow.
Or even if I just did topless, I think I'll be a millionaire. I know it's hard.
If you guys want to see my nipples, I'll do it for $40.
Especially because I don't have a good relationship with my dad, so I don't know what I'm like. What's holding me back? Like the little bit.
Does your
mom
know that you can make $1 million doing that? Because I think she would say, pull your titties out.
I really don't think she would care. She's been so much nicer to me since I started making money. It's like Kris
paying
Jenner.
For things around the house, and now you're a favorite child.
Literally, like it's like Kris Jenner. Like whichever child's making the most money is their favorite. It's pretty accurate. So
I don't know, man. I feel like I wonder because if you're not showing anything. You're not showing any nudity.
Yeah.
Who is that subscriber? What's their kink?
Have
you looked through like some of the guys who follow you? Like this guy is. Are they
like
totally
me.
normal? Or are they just fucking weird?
Some of them are really fucking weird.
Okay.
Some of them are normal. A lot of them just like specifically like me, so they don't care that they're just seeing like a very scandalous photo and not nudity. Some people want to see nudity and say it every single time they message me, but 3 years no nudity so far. I've implied nudes actually.
What's an implied nude?
Just like you're not showing this or this, but you're just
yeah. See, I was talking about that recently. I don't know if I was in this podcast or somebody else's, but it is not a tit unless there's a nipple.
For sure. Like a full nipple, not even
which is crazy if you think about it. You can put 2 quarters over your nipples and that's okay.
Yes.
But you show a nipple, it's a major problem. Now
that's so true.
You show 95% of the boob, no nipple. Mm-hmm. It's not nudity. But what if you show only the nipple?
That's nudity. That's nudity. That's gross.
I don't get that.
What a slut.
I don't get that.
Yeah, that's actually so accurate. Wow.
Yeah, and men have, and that's one thing I do agree with the feminists out there, the free the nipple thing. It's like, I have nipples. You can see my bare chest at the beach, at the pool.
In a lot of cultures, it's normal as well.
Yeah. Now, I get it. You're showing your cooter. It's a little bit different. But
I think a lot of men actually agree with you on that. I don't think there's a lot of men that object to women walking around topless.
No, I think men would prefer it.
Yeah, I think they would prefer it. I think the women would get really fucking annoyed, but.
Really?
With all the guys trying to grab their tits, for sure.
Well, I don't try and grab tits now, and they're still out there.
You don't.
Are the guys running around there just
not grabbing tits, but grabbing ass for sure?
Oh my god, who are these men?
I don't know. It used to be worse. I remember when I was
younger. I don't like conversing with strangers, let alone touching one.
Do you remember probably in 2017 or 2007? When it was appropriate for people to grind on you at the club, just come up to you and just stick their.
Oh, I'm 40 years old. Grind dancing at the club is what you did in college.
Isn't that crazy? It's just crazy to me. Now it would just be I'm calling the police. You groped me.
Really? In Miami, they're not grinding on you? Come on.
No, they are.
A little Latin town like that, the flavor they got.
Yeah, especially if it's Latin, I'm come here.
It was what?
I love Latin guys.
Okay.
That's actually half the reason why I stayed in Miami. Because
I'm Dominican, but that's not
consensual
that's not
grinding. What a tough line to figure out, man. You're just trying to ask over Usher. He's screaming in your ear, "Hey, is this okay?"
Yeah. How else are you going to introduce yourself to a woman in a loud club unless you just grind dance on her?
Sticking your dick on them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I remember the first time someone did that to me. I was a virgin. I was like, "What is that?"
Oh my god!
Wait. I was a late bloomer.
When did you lose your virginity?
22.
22, and then to OnlyFans. Look at this. What a progression.
I know.
22. So was it college or after? Or?
It was after college. Yeah, I just honestly, people were getting.
Paint me a picture. What happened here?
Guys were just dumping me left and right. They thought it was so weird that I was a virgin. It's really cold in here, by the way. I think that's he's blowing right on me.
Yeah, I did that on purpose for your OnlyFans followers that are watching.
And my arms went up. I'm like, no free nips. This you have to pay. I kept trying to keep going, and I'm like, this is going to be so awkward. Is it still rolling? I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys were just dumping me because I was a virgin. They thought it was so creepy, and I was like, okay, I guess the world just doesn't operate like this.
So, did you go to college?
No. Well, I was paying. God, do we really want to talk about my childhood?
No. Well, yes. Now that you put it like that. Now that I know it's a sore spot, I'm going to dance on it.
I was supposed to do college gymnastics, but my parents got divorced in my senior year, so then I just paid my way through community college. Yeah, let down.
Gymnastics. You seem too tall for gymnastics.
I was. There were a lot. My teammates were all better than I was.
Okay. Yeah. I said track and field, maybe.
My mom told me how much better they were than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You were the only white girl on the team. It's like, they can really jump. You have no shot.
All the other girls were this tall. I remember just praying I would be shorter.
That's a weird thing.
I know, right?
Yeah. But 22, so where'd you meet this guy? Like, were you in school?
He was, okay, so I had modeled for Abercrombie when I was like 16, and I thought it was so cool. And
how old are you, by the way?
I am 33.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gauge if Abercrombie was still cool then, or if it was like past the point.
It was cool. No, it was a cool time.
Okay.
And then I met this guy. Everyone had like a crush on him. He had a crush on me, and he was also an Abercrombie and Fitch model. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, this is the guy that's going to take my virginity. I didn't have feelings for him or anything. I just wanted...
You had that in your head?
Yeah, I just wanted two Abercrombie and Fitch models to have sex.
So if you weren't...
So if we're the catalog couple, motherfucker.
Exactly.
It's like king and queen of prom. We got it.
Maybe I belong on OnlyFans, actually.
But I mean, it doesn't sound like you were super religious, so you were just holding out for what?
I was religious.
Oh, okay.
But at a certain point, I was like, okay, God, you're not listening. Like, where is he?
You've never answered my fucking questions. Where are you?
Yeah, buddy? These guys keep dumping me, so then I just got over it.
But I mean, so the guys were dumping you because you were a virgin?
They just didn't know what to do with it.
What do you mean? Nothing. You're a virgin. They don't have to do...
That's what people say.
Were they trying to get it like in your pants and they were like, no, and they got frustrated? Or
I would kind of like get them, to move kind of slowly with me. And yeah, you think that you want a virgin, but I'm telling you, I was a virgin for a while, and it was a turnoff to every single guy.
Guys say that. It's like, oh,
like the red pill guys.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Bro, you don't want a virgin.
I had sex with one when I was a virgin. I had sex with another virgin, and
terrible.
that was the last time I had sex with a virgin.
Oh,
Never
it's
again.
Terrible, yeah.
Never again. Because I mean, it's like you want. Obviously, you don't want someone who, or at least I don't. I won't speak for everybody. You want someone who, it doesn't be doing a slut, but you want someone who has standards, who has boundaries.
You don't just have somebody who has sex with everybody.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want like a prostitute, but I certainly don't want a virgin because I mean, one, they don't know what they're doing. Two, you got to talk them through it.
Yeah.
Three, it's fucking awkward. You feel like you're putting pressure on them.
Yeah.
Which I what I'm into is a girl being into me.
Yeah.
And if she's a virgin and she's like, I'm holding out, and I have to, if I have to do any convincing, to get you in the bedroom, I'm completely turned off.
Really, that's so funny.
Even if I think for a minute you're hesitating, I'm like, I don't want. This is not. Nice. I'm not into it.
This is really reassuring for us girls who like sex.
You don't want to be that story that we know you're going to tell regretfully to somebody.
Because for me, I didn't start really enjoying sex honestly until I was probably 29.
Okay.
Like, I thought it was something that you just had to do. And then I turned, once I got closer to my 30s, I was like, wow, I fucking love this shit. Like, I understood men right away. Like, oh, you just want to fuck? I get it. I get it. Like, I don't know if it would happen.
I mean, I'd like for you to cuddle me afterwards.
Yeah, a little cuddling. But I just never understood the idea of why would you just want to randomly have sex until my hormones just I don't know what it happens to women at 30.
Older women do get more into it.
Oh,
well, you know what I think it is too? I feel like a lot of times, and women put this on guys and it's fucking bullshit. It's like, oh, he didn't make me come. It's like, bitch, you need to tell him what you like.
Yeah.
And I feel like, women are much more mature than men.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's one area that they don't explore as much early on as men do. I mean, since I was 12, I've been beaten off. I beat off twice since I've been here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
since I got here?
Yeah. I'm quick.
He's like, I'm on your OnlyFans.
No, but it's like, I know what I like sexually because all boys start right away and they spend half their fucking teens in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Women, and I don't know if it's society putting on them or it's just the way women are, but I feel like they're a little more reserved about their sexuality early on. And then once they get into it, they explore it. And then they're like, oh, this is what I like.
Yeah.
So I've had women in their 30s like, oh, this guy didn't make me come, that guy didn't make me come. It's like, why don't you tell him what you like? It's your fault.
Yeah.
Tell him what it is you want him to do. And most men will gladly do it for you.
Yeah. And I also think, at least for me, it has to do with the connection that I'm feeling with the person.
Yeah.
Like, if I feel a connection with the person, that's when that's going to happen for me. But I'm bossy. I don't really have a problem.
Demanding what you like.
And I have this thing where if I'm lazy with you in the bedroom, it's because I don't like you.
Well, then stop having sex with that person.
I do.
Okay.
But I've had one of my exes was like, you're a starfish. I'm like, yeah, because you pissed me off. I didn't want to suck your dick. You're annoying. You're an asshole. I didn't want to suck your dick. It's not that I didn't know how. I just didn't want to. So there's mixed reviews.
So how was so 22? How was it? Probably.
It was terrible. He had coke dick. It was really terrible. I didn't even know what cocaine was. Honestly, he was I think he's 5 years older than I am.
And he had coke dick in your first experience. Was he doing coke? Did you see him doing coke before?
Yeah, he had a coke problem at the time. I didn't really even understand what cocaine was. He was hiding it from me in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I was like, you saw him doing coke, but you figured it out later.
I figured it out. Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty sad thing. You're trying to grab onto a slug.
I just remember being like, that was it.
That was
But we had sex other times after that. He's actually still my friend, but we don't have sex anymore.
All right, don't mention his name.
I won't.
Paul. No, I'm kidding.
He had a very white boy name, though. I'll say that.
Tyler. I got it right. Close enough.
Sure.
Tyler Tucker. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So how's Miami treating you? How's the comedy scene out there?
It's pretty good. It's gotten a lot better since I originally went out there. And then
Yeah, you made it better.
I don't think I made it better. Every time I say that, people say the same thing. But no, I think there are just so many people leaving New York, leaving LA.
I had a buddy move down there. Chris Kimback. You might have met him.
Oh, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, very funny guy.
But yeah, so because I had just started comedy, I didn't need to be in LA. I needed to get on stage.
Yeah.
So it still is fine for me right now.
That's actually really smart. That's one of the things I really I'm glad I did. So I started comedy in Boston with Jamie and a bunch of other people. And Boston's a great comedy town. And I did my first 3 years there in comedy, and you get way more stage time than you would in LA because you if you drive to 2 fucking open mics a night or 2 shows a night, that's a lot. Where in Boston you can walk to 3 shows a night.
Yeah, and you probably get more stage time.
A ton more stage time, and also there's no pressure on you. Like worried about who's going to see me. I can't try new things.
Yeah.
And also the scene out there, like here, you can't get anyone to a show in LA, even if it's a good lineup sometimes because it's LA and there's 1,000 other things you could be doing.
Of course.
In Boston, a bar show is great because the bars are packed. They're all drunks.
And they're there to have a good time.
Yeah.
They're not distracted.
Yeah. And they don't have the stick up their ass. That's one thing about LA.
Miami does.
Really? I can see that.
South Beach area that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it really has more to do with the image thing. I don't think it might be like that in Miami, but certainly not like it is in LA. I feel like the worst audiences I play.
Oh, the worst! It's way worse in LA. 1,000%.
Because everyone has to like. Am I allowed to laugh at that? Yes. What does it say about me if I laugh at that?
Yes.
Just if you find it funny, laugh.
Bro.
Like everyone's judging each other. I don't know how Southern California got this this image of being laid back. They're the most uptight motherfuckers
They're the opposite
of
what they said that they are.
Oh,
yeah, it's really annoying. No, I just had this experience last week actually at a bar show. And my jokes work, but they're not going to work on every crowd. They do not work on uptight crowds because everything that I say is like a racial joke. But it's like of everybody, right?
You kill my grandparents' house.
It's very... yeah, mine too. But it's really awkward because this girl comes on stage, like you don't know what she's about to say. So I'm still trying to figure that part out. But man, this crowd fucking hated me. I was like talking and like everything that came out of my mouth, they were just like, I can't believe she just said that.
Oh, well, I mean, I haven't seen your act, but I know you and I know
it happens.
I listen to your podcast, so I can imagine. And it's weird. I mean, it's hard enough for me to go over saying the shit I do, and sometimes I don't. But I feel like crowds definitely take it a lot harder and a lot weirder coming from a woman.
Yeah.
And especially a good-looking lady.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what the fuck? She's got problems, or she's got an attitude, or why is she talking?
Or
filthy?
was she's thinking this
the
way?
The world's at her feet. What is her problem?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And it depends on the crowd because some crowds are actually the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And I primarily do worse with white crowds.
Well, a black crowd.
I think we just hate a white crowd.
No, yeah. Well, black crowds either really like you or they fucking hate you, and they'll just shout at you say something funny, like they'll shout at you from the seats.
Be funnier. Or actually, I will say like Southern crowds, like redneck crowds, like me.
Red states. I'm from New York.
Yeah.
I think in my head I'm a pretty progressive guy, although that nowadays I'm
Yeah, probably
because I believe
not.
a woman's a woman. I'm
that's
I'm
crazy,
a Nazi.
Dude. You're actually super conservative.
I'm fucking hard right now. But the South, red states, crush the best audiences.
Yeah,
they didn't have a good time. The conservatives used to be like the red states used to be like you can't say that. It's Bible
like
thumping.
Switch.
It's the opposite.
I 1,000% agree. Yeah, it's really weird. It's very much switched in that way where the most closed-minded people are people on the left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed performing in Austin as well. Obviously, Austin was a good crowd. Yeah. But yeah.
Florida crowds. I love the. I mean,
it depends on where in Florida.
Miami. I mean, like Miami's a little bit different, but you anywhere
once
else.
you go up north and towards like Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah,
it's easier,
we do Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, Naples, Sarasota, Tampa, all those stuff. Port Charlotte.
They're ready to laugh.
Great towns.
Yeah.
You do the road a bit?
Well. Actually, I just got invited to go with Uncle Laser. You know Laser? Yeah. I opened up for him in Boca a couple weeks ago, and he really liked my stuff. Nice. So he invited me to go to Charlotte.
Sweet.
So like the day after tomorrow, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just figure it out."
Do you have to send them an actual nude to do this?
No nudes. I'm sure he would. I'm sure I get paid more if I did, but I haven't sent him a nude. No.
You didn't demand that?
I mean, look, I'm a girl. Like, I know that some guys are going to want to have sex with me. But.
Yeah, that's actually something I wonder that, I feel like women, not all women, but for a lot of female comics saying, oh, it's tougher for female comics. And I'm like, yeah, maybe it was.
I don't think so.
Not now.
I think
every booker I know is looking for more female comedians. Don't
get me started on this subject.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're funny and you're a woman,
oh no, you don't have to be
a female comedian, and you're like I said, but you don't have to be funny. But if you're a funny female comic and you're not getting booked, it's your fault.
Yeah, because you just have to be confident. Because I still have room to grow as a comedian. But there's some comedians I'm seeing right now that are females, and I'm just like, bro, you're embarrassing the fuck out of me because I'm actually trying to get really good. And then here you are
burning the female spot with that bullshit act.
Oh my God. And just getting so many views and getting booked. And I just don't understand it.
I know. Well, it's actually, I feel like detrimental to the female comic themselves because they think, oh yeah, I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
But then once you, like, at some point you're going to get exposed.
A reality check.
Right? At some point you're like, oh, I got a TV spot, and you're going to bomb. And you're going to be like, oh fuck.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like why I haven't put a lot of my clips on the internet is I want to make sure I'm where I want to be. I do have some clips that I'm going to put up probably in the next
I'm the
2
same
months.
way about it too.
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to see my live act, you come to the show.
Come to the show.
Yeah.
And then when I
give it a fucking free shit on the internet. This is free.
Yeah.
Fucking I tweet 1,000 jokes a day.
Yeah, actually,
all free.
your jokes are really good.
Oh, thank you.
I saw your jokes before I even like followed you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I just feel like until I'm polished enough, there's no reason for me to put out clips.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, I'm also fucking lazy about taping the shit, man.
Yeah, and editing it.
I have no time
my
for that bullshit.
Yeah, I just ugh.
I know. We share an editor now. Georgie's the best.
I'm like, do this. That man is getting money off me.
Oh yeah. Sure. Well, now you got me backed up. I fucked up. He's
sorry.
backed up on my fucking clips.
No, sorry.
He's 2 episodes back, that cocksucker. Okay.
I got more children who work here. Call me up. There's an
really?
army in that
I
room.
work Georgie. He's my guy. He's a little sweetheart.
I gotta feed all of them.
Yeah, I gotta have him back on the podcast. His clips do well. I don't know why. I think they like the clips that do well. It's me and a lady always because
nice. I should have had more cleavage. I could have done better.
No,
for you. Sorry.
That's not gonna. No, I think my listeners like me talking to a woman because it's a different
the duality.
It's a different energy.
Yeah.
And I also, I call bullshit on
I
a
like
woman,
that.
Which, a lot of,
guys are
like,
like,
ladies like, oh, they're going to fucking just ask you softball questions. I'm not here to do that.
No, that's boring.
And then Georgie, innocent guys, young guys. He's a young kid, 25, 26.
So just like roasting him.
Yeah, he's just like so, not naive. He's just like the world's new to him. And I'm fucking all rusty.
Yeah, me too.
The clips do well.
The internet tells me that all the time.
Speaking of podcasts, though, you get into some trouble on yours.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I
Mac
get into
After
a lot
Dark,
of trouble.
a good one.
Yeah, so
I feel like you're the yin to my yang. You're breaking balls of the dudes, and I'm breaking chicks' balls.
I try to break everyone's balls, but the men are way more offended.
You see, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. I get that a lot as well. Women are like, "Oh, why are you always trashing women?" And I'm like, if you go back and look, I
trash everybody.
I dunk on men. I trash myself. I dunk on men a ton.
Yeah.
You just know the ones that stick in your head are the ones that got in your kitchen.
Shit about you.
I got in your head rent free, and now you're fucked up about it.
Yeah. Well, the reason why we share an editor is because my editor actually fired me as a client because he didn't understand my satirical post.
Wow, it was a guy.
It was a guy, and
we're gonna talk about this at length now.
Yeah. So he, fuck him, and
you're better off with George. He's a better editor.
I don't even want to give him free whatever, but he was in Ireland or whatever. He's Irish, which I'm like, what a pussy.
Going to Ireland makes you a pussy?
No, they're not supposed to be pussies. I thought they were tough.
Oh, he lives in Ireland. Okay.
He's Irish.
Okay.
But yeah, I made a obvious satirical podcast where I was saying men should be homeless so they learn how to be tough.
Yeah.
And he saw it and he just fired me as a client. I'm like, dude, it's a joke. I'm a comedian. And he just died on the hill.
It's also just his job. You know what I'm saying?
He edited the clip that I posted. That was so confusing about
I know
it.
gay people that have worked at Chick-fil-A. It's I need a fucking job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They might not agree with my values, but they pay me money, so I'm going to do this.
But it's just the whole point of satire is that you say crazy shit with a straight face.
I know. And what's weird about it in your case with the guys is, is how soft men have gotten about this.
And it's just reinforcing my point.
Yes.
So I'm like, well, you definitely need to be homeless.
That's one of the things I really enjoy about this. Double standards everywhere, but I really enjoy this about being a man, right? Mm-hmm. You take shit and you can't complain, right?
Yeah.
Right? But that's the thing. because you take shit means you, in my head, my stupid man head, it's like, oh, I have the moral high ground to, to bitch to my other male friends about this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
But then when you start like, oh, it hurt my feelings, and you can't say that about men, me.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up,
dude. It's
man.
just so annoying. It's why men or women are getting more masculine because
Yes.
men are bitching out.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know. What I don't know, it's a chicken and egg. Are men bitching out so women are getting more masculine, or have women become more masculine so men feel emasculated?
In my situation, for me, I can't speak for all women, but in my life, I was as soft as could be until I was about 25, 26, and just had been torn to shreds by so many men that I had to be masculine.
Okay.
Because men weren't being men. They were just being, I feel like men are just, do you know what I mean by being a man, like being a father, protecting women's like innocence and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I think that's for me where the change started to happen is too many men just were not protecting me. And so I got to protect myself.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
So
yeah, I mean, I tweeted something today. What was it? Somebody. What did I say? I said, if a woman's body count doesn't matter, then why does a man's bank account matter? And I got women fucking hit me
so
with
angry.
DMs. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. There's no correlation there. Blah blah blah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That makes
the
sense to
correlation
me.
makes perfect fucking sense.
That makes good sense to me.
But also, double standards exists.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Like,
For
fucking
sure.
life's not fair. Who the
Yeah.
fuck told
Yeah,
you
yeah,
otherwise?
yeah.
I remember my mom telling me as a little kid that life isn't fair. Deal with it.
Well, and I just feel like also you're not going to find a perfect person. So you're not going to find $1 million man with who's 6 feet tall with like a 6-inch dick or whatever they say. And then you're not going to find a woman who is good at giving head and is somewhat emotionally
but a
stable.
virgin. Yeah, somehow
and is a
magically
virgin.
she's a dynamite in bed, but she's never had sex.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Or can handle your bullshit, but is somehow also really innocent and never been in a relationship. It's like, you can't, it's just not going to happen.
Exactly. But that's the thing. Like, it's like women are like, oh, you shouldn't slut shame and the body count doesn't matter. It's like, all right, then don't worry about a man's bank account.
Yeah.
Like, stop being so shallow. Like, men are being shallow if they're worried about how many guys.
Agreed.
And women are being shallow if you're worried about how much money. If you like him, he's a good guy. Fucking figure it out. Like, you guys can make a living together.
Most of the guys that I actually date make less money than me, but
well, that's because you're a millionaire, as we just learned.
Almost. If I showed my tits, I would be. To be continued. One more bad breakup.
Biden fucked us on the whole inflation and all that money being printed, because she said 666, and that used to be what they would say.
Yeah.
6
now
inches,
it's not
6
enough.
feet, and
No, 7 feet.
Yeah, now they're
You gotta be 7 feet tall. Even your dick has to be inflated.
Yeah,
7 foot long.
No, it's 8'8", and you're like, God, 8 feet tall? How do
Yeah,
I?
like
Yeah.
NBA players are 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Legit. Seriously.
No, but I mean it's one of those, like, the double standards exist, and you just gotta fucking deal with it. And like, you have to give and take a little. It's like, all right, like, men used to be able to bitch about women to each other, in the locker room, at the golf course, wherever. Now it's like you can't complain about women at all. They're perfect creatures, not to be touched.
That's not true.
No, or at least they're not supposed to. But then, let me use another example. Here's one that is always sensitive. You can't talk about a woman's weight, right? Right? It's rude.
Tell my mom that.
I know, right? Women are bad to other women about weight.
Men can't talk about women's weight.
Men can't
There
talk
you
about
go.
women's weight. But women will continually trash men for the size of their dick.
Facts, and they can't do anything about that.
Yeah, but
they can.
But no, they can't. Those don't work.
My friend does permanent penis enlargement filler out here.
Does that work? Listen, it can't be that good, because if there was a good penis enlargement surgery, every guy would be walking around with a 10-inch
I'd
dick.
know about it before she would.
His name's
I
Dr.
would
D.
never.
His name's literally Dr. D.
Oh God.
But yeah,
and he's a gazillionaire. He figured it out. No, but the thing, like you said, men generally can't do something about the size of their penis, but a woman could certainly lose weight. Like, losing weight is completely up to you.
Men.
But that's a double standard. So I get it. I won't joke. I won't talk about a woman's weight. But know that by doing so, I'll
talk about anybody's weight.
Well, women can. Well, women can.
What?
Well, women can.
Yeah, but
But I'm saying it's rude for a man to do it.
Yeah,
but that's
I
a double
guess.
standard I have to
Yeah.
live with.
Yeah,
I just take that one on the chin. And some things women just have to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's.
I say just call them fat. Fuck it. If they're fat, they're fat. They should know it.
You know who could always saying anything? Gay guys.
Oh yeah,
Gay guys can fucking trash everybody. And nobody cares.
My brother's very famous on the internet. He's a gay conservative, and all he does is just get on the internet and just.
Your brother's Milo Yiannopoulos?
What is he? What?
Milo Yiannopoulos, that guy?
Oh no, Clarkson Lawson. Okay. But you've probably seen his videos. But he literally goes on.
What a name, Clarkson Lawson.
I know. My mom named.
Is your first name Maxon Lawson?
Catherine Lawson.
Well, how do you go by Mac?
McCown is my middle name.
Okay. Oh my God, very Southern names.
Yeah, my mom named us all to be president. Like I'm OnlyFans girl, comedian. So sorry, mom. But yeah, he goes on the internet and just rips into people. I'm like, God damn, I wish I could get away with that. But that is another double standard.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
And it's like, yeah, can you note the double standard? Of course. Are you going to do anything to change it? No. So just fucking live with it.
Live with it.
But that's part of the problem. I mean, like, I kind of blame men being little bitches now on sort of the slow march to feminize them over time. I think feminism came out, great idea. Mm-hmm. Equal pay for equal work, let women in the workplace. Now the feminism 2.0 is men are the enemy. Yeah. And they're to be silenced. Yeah. And it's like, whoa.
They're not the enemy.
That's not, they're just the other people on the earth.
You haven't got over your ex, baby.
Exactly.
Like, I know, because I remember how that feels, and you want to hate every guy.
All men are cocksuckers, assholes. Like, whoa,
it's like, no, they're not. Yeah. Like, actually, you just
the one guy you met was a jerk.
Yeah, you got your heart broken. Just get over it. Like, it's just, I agree with you on that. Feminism has swung too far.
Yeah.
I think everything the pendulum kind of swings back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming back a little bit now.
Thank God.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting away with a lot more in terms of
Thank God, because I'm not going to take off as a comedian until people laugh at fucked up shit.
No, neither am I. Sure. I'm staying the course. Mm-hmm. I can't, I've had, other cops, hey, why don't you try and work out a clean act? I'm like, because I don't find any of that funny. I cannot write it. I won't, every joke I wrote in my head was funny when I thought of it.
Yeah.
So
yes, exactly.
Nothing clean to me is funny. I have jokes that I don't swear in it.
It's not that I can't do it. I just don't want to.
Yeah, the topic of conversation that I enjoy is weird and kind of fucked up. And it's like it's almost like all of my jokes come from, what's like when something happens in your life, the first thought that pops in your head, like that little lizard brain id.
Yeah.
It's like, it's something selfish and self-absorbed and self-motivated and greedy and foul. You just don't do it. You don't act on that first thought. But I write that down.
But as a comedian, you write it down.
I write it down because that's funny.
The more the fucked up the thought, the more I write it down. And it's the weirdest thing. Even like when I'm going through, like I had a rough weekend. I haven't had a bad weekend in a while. And it's been actually a problem because I haven't had any motivation to write. Yeah. When my life is bad, my career is good. Yeah. My writing is good. Yeah. It's very crazy. It's what's cool about being a comedian, though. You can get away with saying stuff.
For sure.
Obviously, there's some things that you can say, and it's like, obviously, you're a piece of shit. But
like, what? What's the worst joke you got? What's like the foulest joke you've got?
I don't even know if I want to say it on your podcast.
Oh, this is if there's any podcast you'd say it on, it's this one. Baby girl, I've flooded the internet with so much fucking horrible shit.
Really?
I've said it before 1,000 times. I'm going with the Donald Trump method here. Yeah. I can't be canceled because everything I say is outrageous.
That's kind of what I'm doing.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually.
It's like, are you going to take me seriously now?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing actually. Well, I have a joke that because I don't really date white guys. I typically date like Mexicans or like black guys. And I have a joke about that I want to culturally appropriate my future family and that I can't wait to make my mixed kids do chores. And that joke is the one that ruined my set last week because it was all white people in there. And of course, they just look at the one black girl. For permission to laugh.
Isn't that weird?
And it kills on black crowds because it's clear the way that I set it up that I'm joking. Yeah. But yeah, it was just like after that, my whole set was so awkward.
I hate that, man. That's the problem with people now, with audiences, certain audiences. Yeah. It's and I feel like it's usually well-to-do middle-aged white women.
That's exactly what the whole crowd was.
Yeah, well-to-do middle-aged white women. Yeah, because they're more hurt than the victim, quote unquote victim in the joke. Like
they don't have any real pain.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you're making a joke, about a mixed family. They're all white and well-to-do, and they're like, you can't say that about them. It's like, but the one black person's laughing. Yeah, she's not offended. You can't be more offended than the black person. Yeah, get off your high horse.
Just fucking relax.
I've never had a black person come up to me after a show and say, "Oh, that was really fucked up what you said." Never. Yeah. Never. It's always because a white woman.
I feel like if you're gonna make a fucked up joke, it's probably a joke.
Yeah, well, it's at a comedy club. I'm fucking up there. I'm being paid to tell jokes.
But like pedophiles generally don't. I mean, maybe some of them do, but generally don't talk about being a pedophile.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. Maybe that's their weird. But 90% of the time,
Yeah. Why would you? Yeah.
they're gonna be like, "Oh, I love kids. Like I teach preschool, and are they okay?" But then behind closed doors,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like oh, I have if you have a few racial jokes, it's like, oh, that's a racist. Like no,
I'm not.
no, yeah, like if someone was actually they'd be at a rally, they wouldn't be at the comedy club joking about it.
They don't talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of hide their racism.
Trust me, I'm from Virginia. I know what they look like. I remember the first time one of my girlfriends said the N-word, and I just was like,
was she black?
Nope. And we were alone in the car, and I was like, oh wow, I don't know if I can hang out with you anymore. I didn't know.
She said it with a hard R?
Oh yeah, and it was
in what context?
In the worst context.
Oh wow.
But it was something that she had never said before, and then we're in the car alone, and she feels safe to say it, and then she said it. I'm like, whoa, this is something that I had no idea was going on. So that's how it really works.
Yeah, I only say the N-word when people ask me for my passwords.
If my black friends don't... That's actually really funny. That's really funny. It's like a way to get away with saying it with not actually saying it.
I use it every day.
That's really good. Wow. I've gotten the pass, but I don't know. I just wish
I've gotten the pass. So I'm half Dominican, half Irish. Grew up in New York.
I'm just white.
I grew up around mostly black and Hispanic kids.
Yeah.
And I've had the pass since I was a kid.
Yeah.
My original co-host when I started the show in Boston. He's a black guy. He's like, bro, you're Dominican. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Also, even if you're not, you're my boy. You can say it.
Yeah.
Say it. I said, no.
That's how I am. I'm like, I don't need to say it.
I have no interest in saying it.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal for me.
I mean, have I said it? Yeah, like in reference to...
Or like singing the lyrics like a Nicki Minaj.
Or so-and-so said this joke.
Yeah.
But like... I don't know
it's not that big of a deal for me.
Just because you can doesn't mean I should.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it's okay. If you don't want me to say that word, I won't say that word.
If I'm being honest with you, I feel like black people use it too much.
Yeah, but it's kind of fuck
let me rephrase. Black comics use it too much.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a I feel like it's
like a vagina joke.
Yeah, it's like a crutch. It's like you have like a little trick. It's like if I'm if you're having a tough set in front of a bunch of white people, you can drop a few M-bombs and get it's like using fuck as a punchline. It's a little bit of a
it's like a vagina joke for a girl for sure. Yeah, I could see that.
How many vagina jokes you got?
I actually don't have any.
But a lot of butthole jokes.
No, I don't really talk about sex. Like my whole shit is just
just racism.
Pretty much, yeah. Just I start off with white people and then I just go down the line.
Okay.
So.
Well, I can't wait to watch her act. I'll put on my best white hood for it.
I know. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, maybe I should alter it a little bit, but I just think it's funny. So, well, the internet already hates me. Like I've been canceled so many times. I just don't care.
Do you get in trouble on Instagram?
Yeah, and I get verbally abused every single day.
From these guys?
Oh my God, the comments that every single day.
Guys, cut this shit out, man. We used to be the fucking cool. Like, we used to be cooler than chicks because we didn't fucking complain to them.
Facts.
We complain to me. Come into my DMs and bitch out Mac Lawson. Don't bitch to her.
And we'll call you a bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Like guys used to bitch to each other.
Yeah.
And then it would die there. Now they think they have the right to like, oh, you hurt my feelings.
They act like women.
No man should ever say you have no feelings. My father told me a man should have two feelings in life: anger and coming, and that's it.
Well, I don't know that that's healthy, but that's very
no. But he was Latin and he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out, guys.
That's actually one of the reasons why I like Latin guys is because they're more masculine.
They're more masculine, dude. I've been to Colombia twice, and I like the I like just all Latin culture because the women want to be treated like women.
Yeah.
And the men are okay with being men. And it's not to say that they're chauvinistic or anything like that. There's a modern culture down there.
I haven't dated like a white guy.
You're not going to open the door for me. I thought you were paying for this. Mm-hmm. And you sit down. They bring you a drink.
Yeah.
And then it's not like, oh, she's not your slave. No. Yeah. No, I'm dating her. She wanted to do something nice for me.
Yeah.
Since when is making a sandwich for your husband fucking wrong?
And that's the thing. I think people get this idea of me because I'm on the internet saying this and that I'm like somewhat like of a masculine woman, and I'm not. Like I prefer to actually be super submissive, and that's why I only date Latin men because it seems like they're the only masculine ones left.
Well, you moved to the right county.
There and LA was pretty nice, but it was
Mexicans.
Yeah.
Well, they all.
See
that? No. They all speak Spanish. I know. No, but
that's not what I was gonna say.
No, what were you gonna say? Say it now. We'll cut it if you don't. If we don't cut it, I want to hear it though.
It's a joke that I have about it too. But they all sell drugs. I mean, it's true. I'm sorry. I've dated like 3 Mexicans, and they always start off with their other job.
Oh, really?
And then after you start dating them, they tell you what they
Are you
do.
telling me the Cubans and Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans down there don't sell
Oh,
drugs?
no, I definitely dated a Colombian.
They all sell drugs.
Oh, everybody, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I
for
mean, Latin
them.
America, that's the biggest export is drugs.
And I think it's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a need. It's getting
For me, I don't have to buy them at all. I just get free drugs. That's why I date them.
My dad sold drugs. All right.
No
yeah.
girlfriend.
I used to make jokes about that too. Why when we get mad at me in the audiences joking about my Dominican father? Like, you can't say that about Dominicans. I'm like, he's my dad. I can say what I
whatever the
want.
fuck I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get shitty about that.
I think it's great. Two incomes.
So
They always have money.
lots of cash lying around.
Yeah, lots of cash. I remember I was dating this one guy, and I was laying on the bed. I already knew what he really did for a living. And I was laying on the bed, and he's like, I have to tell you something. And I was like, here we go.
I already found all the drugs, buddy.
Yeah, I was like,
You notice that bag was light? That was me taking a spoon to it.
Once you pulled out the $100 bills, I knew what the fuck was up. And he's like, I have $1 million underneath this mattress right now. And I just remember I was like, am I going to get any?
No, you should have told me that. I'm going to fucking steal it as soon as you go to the bathroom. You're going to come back and your mattress is going to be gone, dude.
Oh my gosh. It's just funny.
So how is the dating scene in Miami?
I don't really.
What's up with your love life? Let's get into
Oh
that.
my God.
You're gonna be checking
Please,
mattresses
no.
in Miami. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no shit.
I just, I'm just not having a good time this weekend, actually, with my love life.
This weekend, like since you've been here?
Yeah, I actually just went yesterday. I just cut a guy off.
Got a guy off?
Cut a guy off, yeah.
You got him off? He didn't get you off?
No, I cut him off.
Oh,
like,
cut him off. Oh, they said you got him off. And I'm like, good for him.
I don't know. Like, well, I will, but if he will act right. But the thing is like, I'm 33. I actually want a family.
I was going to say, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. I'm at the point now where I want a family and I've had all my
you
fun.
want kids and shit?
Just like,
It's going to fuck your OnlyFans money up. Actually, it might not. There's a kink for that.
Yeah, I don't know. But just at least like one kid, in a couple of years or something.
Really? Oh my
yeah.
God. I guess 33 is kind of the
I've had fun. Like, I've traveled around the world. I've lived all over the country. Like, if you name it, I've probably done it. I've experienced most of what life has to offer, and I'm ready to like give myself to a person.
Oh, no way.
So corny.
No, it's not corny. It's beautiful. I'm just saying, for me, I have no problem with spending the rest of my life with a woman I love.
Yeah.
But I don't want kids, and because I don't want kids, I don't believe in marriage.
I don't necessarily have to get married.
Yeah, because I feel like the only reason I was married once.
Yeah.
I got when I was 27. And
Yeah.
I was like, no, I got out of that divorce, the whole thing. But I found that if you can be with someone you love, you don't need to be married. The only reason I think marriage makes sense is if, like, for property reasons, if you both have kids, it works. Things work better for the kid.
I don't even know that
But
I
I
care
also,
about that.
I never thought I would have kids. I never, like, when I was a little kid, I wasn't like, oh, when I have a family, my only dream as a kid was just leaving New York. Because I grew up in the street in New York. I just wanted to get out of New York.
Okay.
And, so it was never like, the white picket fence with my wife and kids. It was just anywhere but New York. And
Yeah.
it never came up.
Yeah.
And now that I'm 40, I'm like, I don't
really want it.
I don't want kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I had this dream of working and living in Hollywood and honestly, like, doing exactly what I am now. And I've kind of accomplished it. That was my biggest dream.
Oh, nice.
I used to want to be like Chelsea Handler. Yeah. And I'm not Chelsea Handler just yet, but I'm on the path. And so once I kind of like these things started to happen that felt like my dreams coming true, that's when I was like, okay, I think I can start thinking about a family now. Okay. And it's hard to find men say that they want to get married or have kids, but
they're just doing that to get in bed.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty challenging.
I was single for a while. I've been single for a while, and women ask me like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. And I'm like,
that's great.
And most men just say yes. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, if you want kids, find another guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And you know what surprised me is how many women don't want them.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say a full third of the women I've dated over the last, since I've been divorced, 10, 12 years. Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah, it's fine if I don't have them. Like, would I have one? Sure.
Yeah.
Do I want one? Nah.
Yeah.
Like they kind of, a third of them are, and I'd say 10, 50% are like, absolutely not. I don't want kids.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot. I think also one thing for me that has really changed my mind about it is I've just been able to travel so much. Like, once I started to travel, I feel like that was something I really wanted to get out of my system. And then once I got out of my system, I was like, I kind of like the quiet life. Plus, like, what I do for work is like so crazy, like comedy, and then
you'll start doing the road. You'll be doing plenty of traveling around this country.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like living the last bit of my life, and I'm ready to like devote myself to a person and also to a child. I'll still have my career, But definitely the mom life is starting to look exciting to me.
1 kid, 2 kids? What are you saying?
Probably just at least 1. But I'm going to freeze my eggs.
I was going to say, because
33.
Yeah. You just cut a guy off.
I don't want to rush.
It doesn't sound like you got a lot. It sounds like you have a bunch. I'm sure you have a bunch of guys waiting in the wings, but any of them,
I don't know. That's what's so difficult. And you meet a nice guy, and then they don't really want that. So.
Oh, the nice guys don't want kids.
You just it's hard. So I'm gonna freeze my eggs, and then it's cool when you freeze your eggs because you can actually decide what sex you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who else? I was talking to Lizzie Weissman. She did it. She
really?
Eggs, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do it. I'm gonna try to do it this summer.
Are you gonna get like a surrogate?
I don't
have the kid.
No,
You want to go through the whole thing?
Yeah, I want it to be in my body. Like I don't want it having her icky body touching it.
Her icky body.
It's
another
real.
person.
I don't know. It's not my baby. It's not for my baby.
Yeah, but then you want to go through labor. You'll keep
microwave.
your figure.
It's fine. My surgeon I'll go out one surgery into the next. I don't give a fuck. I'll be ready with the mommy makeover on deck. You guys think I'm kidding?
That's one thing I do give women shit for, especially out here in LA. Mm-hmm. You see like a 22-year-old girl with a boob job, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
They're brand new.
And
you had perfectly brand new tits.
Yeah.
Wait until after your first kid before you get them, jacked up, fixed.
Literally. Well, these are real, but yeah.
Yeah, you pay extra for that on OnlyFans, guys.
Yeah. They're very obviously real. But yeah, mommy makeover on deck. My sister got it done. She got her boobs done after her kids.
How many siblings you got?
I have 4 or 3. I'm one of 4.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I told you I didn't sleep well last night. I have 3. I'm the oldest.
So no prospects on the rise, though, in terms of men?
No, there definitely are some. It's just like I am waiting for a man to show me that he's worthy of like being my boyfriend.
What would that take?
Just like honesty, communication, caring about my feelings.
Fucking good luck.
Caring about my feelings is the big one that's like hard.
No, the feelings are the easy part.
For you, maybe. No.
Honesty and communication. Because the problem is honesty. Look, everyone lies, or most.
Yeah.
I'll say everyone. Most people, 99% of people lie.
Yeah.
I make a point not to.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Lying just gets you. Lying makes your life more difficult than the other person's.
Yeah, and
because then you have to manage their expectations of feelings forever.
And smart girls know when you're lying. Like the most I've ever been in love with a guy, he was very, very, very brutally honest with me.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be brutally honest, but women know. They might not know if you're lying, but they feel something's up. But for you as the man or woman lying in a relationship, then you're carrying an extra burden. It just becomes a fucking weight.
That's so true.
You have to carry around forever. So I stopped lying to women like 10 when I got divorced.
Yeah,
and the most I'll do is I won't offer you the truth unless you ask, because some things are hurtful, right?
Yeah.
Am I fat? Do I look fat? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be brutally honest and say, hey, you look fat today, babe. But if she asks me, I'm like, how do you want me to answer that?
Wait, but see, I feel like I will not get married unless I'm with a guy who was like, yeah, you look fat.
No, I'm saying if you asked me, I would answer you. But I omit.
But I want a guy who'd be like, babe, that looks like shit on you.
Oh yeah, something simple like that.
Because that's how I grew up with my siblings.
Some things are easier left unsaid. In that, like, if it's critical, I'm going to tell you. Like, if it's important in our relationship, or me and another person, whatever.
Yeah.
But do you need to be brutally honest at all times to all people? No.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to get your coffee at Starbucks and leave. You don't have to say, hey, that fucking nose ring looks stupid, and undye your hair blue, you fucking jerk. Like, you don't have to be that guy.
I'm very brutally honest. So
no, I appreciate that, but yeah, I have things to do. I don't have time to correct people.
Not every single person. Yeah, for sure, I get that.
And communication. I mean, men and women just communicate differently.
Yeah, and I think you just, with men, I don't really think you have to do anything. I think they'll show you if they're into you. They'll show you how into you they are. And so.
But as a woman, if there's certain things you need in terms of the communication style, you have to let him know.
Yeah.
And then you have to be okay with him saying, all right, I don't want to do that, but I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Because I've had this happen to me before. It's one of my biggest pet peeves about dating women. Dating a girl, and she's like, oh, why don't we go to my parents' house this weekend? I'm like, I don't really want to. Yeah. She's like, oh, well, don't you like my family? I'm like, yeah, they're fine, but I don't want to. She's like, but I want you to want to go see my family. I'm like, wait, you want me to want to see your family? You
can't control somebody.
I'm going to go see your family. Even though I don't want to. And that doesn't make you happy that I'm sacrificing my time for you. It's not enough that I sacrifice my time. You want me to delude myself into believing I want to be there? Yeah. Fuck you. You should give me more points for saying I don't want to go, but I'm going because I love you.
Being honest. Yeah. That's something I think I've learned as I've gotten older with dating is like, you really just people are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to feel how they're going to feel, and there's nothing you can do to alter that.
Yeah.
So
those are the prospects. How many guys you got in the wings?
I mean,
right
I've got I get blown up every day. I mean, there's probably
but blown up every day. But I'm sure you have a bunch of guys in your DMs. But are you? That's the other thing. Are you dating these guys in your DM? Like, or do you just meet guys on the street?
No.
Not on the street, but like out in the world.
No, I meet people on the world.
Okay.
I don't really. I mean, yeah. Have I seen people online and been attracted to them? Yeah, but
no.
Usually
But I'm saying, like, how are you meeting these guys? Are you on the dating apps? What's the deal?
No, fuck no dating apps. Yeah, I don't.
You're on the biggest dating app, Instagram.
Yeah, like Instagram. Like if I see somebody on Instagram, they're funny. You know, they seem like they're into the same things as me.
Well, that's how you flirt this day and age, right? I mean,
yeah.
You know, you like 2 or 3 of their photos selectively, and you follow them.
Yeah.
They follow you back like a few of yours. That's flirting.
I just usually
and then you bring it into the DMs. Huh?
I usually just go straight to the DM, like, you're really sexy. Just go straight away.
Really?
If I think it, yeah. But
so you approach guys more often than they approach you?
Yeah, I'm trying not to because it's like not good or whatever.
Wait. You're trying not to?
I'm trying to be less aggressive, but
why?
Because it's not very feminine of me. But I am very aggressive.
But that's all. You know how many guys would love that?
Oh, they do love it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you should? Ladies, please. If now that you have equal pay and equal rights, you know, and men are complaining like little bitches. Men are becoming women.
Men are bitches. Yeah.
You start approaching men.
I do that though.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Especially but I prefer to meet people in real life.
Yes, it's important.
And the thing is, I was just dealing with a situation where it was like primarily like on the phone because he didn't live near me and I hadn't hung out with him in person. I have to hang out with somebody in person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have no idea how much I like you because I need to know.
There's a pheromone thing. There's a chemistry thing that
physical
you can't
chemistry. Yeah. Also, just like I can read your body language. I can get a good read on you. Like
I said, pheromones. There's a playfulness that comes out that you don't know if it's there unless you.
And I can read people very well. So for me, it's like a trust thing. I can even tell like if somebody's a liar, like if somebody's gonna lie to start lying. Liar? I don't think you're like a bold-faced liar. No, I don't know.
Well, you don't know. What's that about?
I do know. I don't think you're like a bold-faced liar, but I could definitely see what you're saying that you would like cover for.
Well, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know,
yeah.
I don't want to be cruel just for the sake of being honest.
But what I'm trying to say is I can see when I'm with somebody in person. Okay, like I'm gonna feel safe with this person. This person is a good connection with me, no matter how much physically I like the person online or like their mind. I can see in person like. If there's like a connection that could be a relationship. Okay. So that's really big for me. It's like in person.
Are you into like the old school relationship or are you doing this fucking weird open bullshit everyone's doing?
I can't do that.
Right?
Bro, I'm insane.
I know, but what I always say about it is, because out here it's the big thing in LA. You know, I don't know if it's a big thing in Miami. Probably not because
no, they lie. Out there. Yeah, they just lie.
No, they do it old school.
Old fashioned.
They do it old school. Yeah, they do it like in Europe. They have a whole gumar on the side, and that's it.
Yeah,
you know, which I respect, by the way, in some ways.
Yeah,
in some ways, because it's like, all right, you know, you have the girlfriend over there for one night a week, and then you fucking spend time with your family.
Yeah,
but this whole throuple or the open relationship, it's like, oh, you know, alternative lifestyle. I think it's hard enough for 2 people in a relationship.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you start adding numbers to that? It's got to get impossible.
I'm just too crazy. Like, I can't. Like, I'm so possessive.
That's cool.
When I'm in love, I'm so possessive.
That's a good thing.
And that's another thing for me, too, is I like big personality men, and a lot of those men.
But when you say you're possessive, are you like to the point of ridiculousness? Like,
I don't think so. No.
Like, are you like checking their phone and shit?
No, I won't do that. I'll break up with the person before.
Thank you.
Because
Mac, you're singing my fucking song.
Because if I have to check your phone,
then I don't trust you. And
I shouldn't be with
it's
you.
Over.
The moment I feel any sort of like feeling in my stomach, I break up with the person. Which is what happened over the weekend, actually.
Good.
Because I'm like, okay, this person hasn't come to see me. So I'm starting to feel a feeling in my stomach. It's done.
Yes.
It's done.
Yeah.
I don't trust you. It's over.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's over.
Why make it escalate to where you're snooping around like fucking Johnny Detective over here?
Yeah, or like you're depressed. Like it starts to affect your mental health. Just break free and, you know, you'll be sad for a few days and you'll get over it. Get drunk.
Get drunk and get over it. Is that what happened last night?
I go to the next of my roster.
Is that what happened last night?
No, I was crying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm fine.
Over that relationship?
It wasn't a relationship.
What was it?
It was just a friend. Yeah.
You broke up with a friend?
I didn't break it up, but he was like pursuing me, and it wasn't working.
Oh my God, you are super emotional. You're crying over a guy who you never even like had a romantic relationship with?
No, it hurt my feelings that I had to do it. I don't know. I know I'm a pussy. Don't tell me it's all over the internet now.
What? Yeah, she's a really aggressive sweetheart. This one.
It's funny because like I put on this persona of like being so tough, but I'm actually such a pussy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm a tough guy. You're in a relationship with me. I'm a puddle of shit.
I'm a fucking.
I'm soft as baby. I like to cuddle.
Yeah.
You know, I'll fucking do little things for you.
Yes.
I got pet names.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a real jerk off until we're in a relationship.
Exactly. That's exactly how I am. As soon as
I'm an absolute tyrant until I'm in a relationship.
I'm such a baby.
And then can I get you something, babe?
Yeah.
Like,
I'll make you a sandwich.
Yeah.
I'll fucking draw you a bath. Your head hurt. Let me give you some Advil. I'm such a baby.
But it's nice. So I like doing that. Because that's the thing. If I'm with someone, I want to be with them. You know, I want to. You know, I want to fucking cuddle. I want to be with you all day. I'll call you up. We'll do this. Let's go on a trip. I want to do all this stuff.
Yes, that's the point of
but
a relationship.
If I'm not with you, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, literally. And if I can't be halfway. Like I either have to have all of it or none of it. Yeah. Because that's what I meant by like crazy is I've become very obsessed with the person where I want to take care of them the way that I take care of myself.
That's hard though. I mean, in relationships, you gotta, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can't always, but
you can't always do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you on that. Let's before we get out of here, I'd like to do
freezing those eggs. So
yeah, freeze them. I'm sure you have lots of sperm donors on your OnlyFans. They'll send you by the bucket.
Honestly.
All right. So before I get at the end of the show, I like to do a little news, but I picked the stories of the week.
Okay.
So we'll go through them here, get your reaction to some of this.
Okay.
And I'll make it apropos to our conversation here.
Oh, God. Which part?
This is kind of weird. Male sweat brightens women's moods and raises hormone levels. A study published by the Journal of Neuroscience reveals that human sweat contains a scent androstenedione, which affects the physiology of the opposite sex, aligns with existing research on pheromones and their potential impact on human behavior. The discovery adds to our understanding of how chemical signals may play a role in human interactions, including potential effects on stress, love, and mood.
Is it just men's sweat?
Male sweat to women as a bigger.
What about trans women?
They're not women.
I disagree. Fat guys be sweating all the time, and we don't get no play.
Dude, are there not girls out there that are into heavy dudes?
Oh, I don't care about that. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
As long as the person works out, I mean.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, we all have ranges.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's really more about if they're good in bed. That's where I like.
Well, I knew a good buddy of mine. I won't mention his name, William Wilson.
It's like sucks in bed.
No, he was like a 5'6" white guy, pasty as fuck. He loved heavy girls. Loved them. Like, I'm talking fucking deuce and a half. Yeah. Big. Oh, he's like, dude. He's like, I don't know, man. They just they're so comfortable around them. They're big to me. They always have snacks.
Yeah.
he's like, and I'll tell you, they're fucking great in bed because they're happy to have you.
Yeah, people think that it's easy for everybody to get laid. It's not easy for every woman to get laid.
No, women can be more awkward about it. Like men are the pursuers, so that we deal with rejection more.
Yeah.
Right. So that's part of the problem with these soft ass men these days. Rejection. They just can't. Like, being a man is taking an L to the face regularly. Mm-hmm. That's just how it is. And guys nowadays can't do that. Like. So, for me, I mean, I've been rejected so many times, like, whatever, one more rejection, fucking, put it with the rest of the
I feel like I take a lot of L's to the face. I'm like, you're talking, I'm like, that sounds like me.
I mean, how are you?
Just in general.
Are you pursuing men that much?
No, not really. Just, well, yeah, I've been rejected by plenty of men.
Really? What's the worst rejection you've ever gotten by a man? What did you do, and what was his response? Like, on approach or something else? Maybe
not an approach. But just like, I'm just saying, like, maybe like seen DMs that don't get responded to and stuff like that.
Oh, that's the worst that's happened to you?
I mean,
you know how many DMs guys send, like, on Earth every day to a woman?
Yeah, for sure.
Go to oh my god, do you want to pull up your DMs? Let's go to your requested DMs and see how many guys are in there.
Oh, I'm not arguing about the DM
dickies.
thing. Yeah, I've got some crazy shit in there all the time. I'm just saying, like, I do take a lot of rejection when you're saying, like. And I think I take it like a man.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, life is a series of humiliations punctuated by moments of sheer joy. That's really what it is. Mm-hmm. That's my philosophy anyway.
Very accurate, especially if you're a stand-up comedian.
Oh my God, yes.
But yeah, that story makes sense.
This is
what you guys are nice.
Listen to this. Mike, let me know if I've done this one. Tinder and Hinge are being sued for deliberately turning users into addicts. Have I done this?
I don't remember it.
No, then let's do it now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so Tinder and Hinge are being sued for deliberately turning users into addicts. A new lawsuit alleges that Match Group's apps, including Tinder and Hinge, are purposely designed to keep you hooked without success. The class action lawsuit filed in California's federal court on Valentine's Day accuses the company of embedding addictive features that lock users into a perpetual pay-to-play loop. The suit claims that this intentionally turns users into addicts who ultimately spend more money on premium features for the promise of a match. Now, obviously, you're not on the dating apps. Were you ever on the dating apps?
Yeah, I've been on the dating apps. I'm just so tired of these like frivolous lawsuits.
Right? It's bullshit.
It's so, I mean, good for them getting their money, but I just think they're so stupid.
Well, I mean, think about this. Tinder and Hinge, all these dating apps, if we all were in healthy relationships, we wouldn't need them. Mm-hmm. Clearly, their business model is to prey on single people.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't want you to be in a healthy relationship. They say, we want you to find your love. Bullshit.
Well, Tinder to me is like a hookup app.
Well, yeah, it came out as a fucking regular day, and then it became where all the sex bots go.
They need to be like Grindr and just be like,
See, Grindr got it right, dude.
Yeah.
Gay guys only have one dating app, and it's to fuck.
That's how you know men and women are different, because like men have an app just to fuck.
There is no other gay dating app.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly.
Their one has been successful.
Yeah.
They locked it down. All the straight dating apps, fucking Farmers Only and blackfolksfuck.com, whatever.
Women have to complicate everything. Men are like, all right, let's just fuck.
It's one of those things.
God.
But to sue them for their business model being exactly what they said it is. I mean, like,
it's stupid.
Think about it. It's like pharmaceutical companies don't want to cure you; they want to keep you on a pill.
Yeah.
They don't want you to find love. They want.
Now that's somebody I would back suing.
Yeah.
Pharmaceutical companies for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the pockets aren't that deep at Tinder and Hinge. I mean, not as deep as fucking biopharma.
Yeah. People need to get off dating apps and talk to people.
In real life, right?
In real life.
Yeah, take it. That's another lesson you learn as a man. You young bucks out there under the age of 30, fucking go talk to a chick in person. Approach a woman and say, hey, I think you're beautiful. I'd love to go grab coffee or a drink sometime. Try it. Just... rejection builds fucking character. And honestly, most times, you won't even get rejected. Most times it works because women are so unapproached these days.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow, this guy. Like, and also, even if they say no, I made a point after I got out of my marriage to spend the first year. Tinder had just come out. All my buddies were like, oh, you got to get on this. I'm like, nope. I'm doing it old school. I'm going out and meeting them in person.
Yeah.
And so I just spent the year approaching women, in person. And I went out every night. I would just sit at my local bar, eat at the at the bar top, and just talk to those around me and stuff, And I mean, I must have approached 1,000 women that year over the course of a year. Only once did a woman say, "Get away from me," like was rude about it.
Yeah.
Most of them were like, "Oh, thank you, I'm not interested. I have a boyfriend."
Yeah.
Like they were sweet about it, so it's not like a crushing blow.
Yeah.
Only once they go, ugh, like out of 1,000, ugh. I'm like, all right. And then I know she's a fucking twat, so I walked. I was like,
probably just a piece of shit woman. Yeah,
what an asshole.
Terrible. Yeah.
They can't leave you on scene unless they just sprinted out the door as soon as you said something.
Yeah, scene.
Yeah, literally. I can't stand this whole like social media existence that we have. I mean,
people spend more time on the internet than in real life.
In real life, and obviously, like it's part of my career at this point. But anytime I can just not be on the internet, I'm just not on the internet.
I mean, I didn't have an Instagram until I started comedy.
The comedy, yeah.
That's when I got it.
Yeah, that's when I started to use mine more. But
yeah, you weren't on OnlyFans until that.
And then OnlyFans.
that's money opportunity when it came up.
Yeah, that was fucking the best thing to ever
This
happen.
is wild. Americans are having sex to save on heating bills and surging utility costs. According to a new report from newhomesmate.com, a marketplace for new construction homes, it found that 46% of the 1,000 Americans surveyed are struggling to afford their bills. Roughly 25% pile on extra clothing, while 35% are forced to choose between heat and groceries. To keep themselves toasty, 5% are getting hot and heavy between the sheets.
Okay.
And in the other person's home.
Like, okay, there's so many different ways you can go with this. Number one, if you're going to fuck to keep the heat on, just go be a prostitute.
Well, no. So I think what they're doing is that they're going to someone else's house
to stay warm.
and fucking to stay warm.
Yeah, because the heat's on. Or just like, why don't you just get a second job? Stop wasting time having sex if you can't afford the heat.
Some pictures of your feet on the internet or something.
Yeah, literally. There's no excuse anymore. There's so many ways to make money.
Well, for a woman. Guys, that's what I think.
That's true. That's true.
That's why I've said about OnlyFans. This is another fucking joke I should put back in my act.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is single-handedly closing the gender pay gap.
I say that.
Right.
It's not a joke that I have, but I say that because it
really
is.
It's just, I think, what was it, $15 billion has been spent on the platform since 2017.
We found
90% of it went from men to women.
Oh, yeah. We found like the little life hack.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is the life hack.
What could be the male version of OnlyFans? Like, what is something that women would pay for men to do that wouldn't be the...
Be nice to them.
Auto transmission work.
All right, well, I guess men will stay fucking broke then.
I had an idea of like an app where a guy comes over and he can just cuddle you.
Oh, I'd be into that.
Yeah.
I'm good at it. I'm a good cuddler.
Yeah, but you'd probably be a good cuddler, meaning that you'll probably end up having sex with her. But
No.
the whole idea was just cuddling.
Nope. I could do the just cut for money. I can do the just cuddle.
Yeah, that was an idea.
The sex costs extra, ladies.
When I was really depressed, actually, the time I was telling you about when I first started comedy, that was my idea. I was like, I just want somebody to
They
cuddle
have
me.
that in Japan.
Really?
There's a person that just cuddles. Yeah.
Wow.
They also have a guy in Japan who will show up to, like, who you could hire when like if you're getting terminated from your job, you can bring him in to the terminate. Like, so you can just fuck with
To
him.
like listen or just
No, just he dresses in a clown outfit and just goes in with you. It says he's like your attorney. It's like a joke.
every like country that we take over just goes insane. Have you noticed
Weird,
that?
Yeah. Well, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen on the internet. Not on the internet. I saw it on the internet, but it's true. Mm-hmm. In Japan, they have a masturbation competition. Who can masturbate the longest? I saw it on like Vice TV.
It's so weird.
On YouTube years ago. And there was a guy in Japan who had like jerked off for like 9 straight days. He was like in a jerk off competition. So he had like a little observer in his home, and he lived with his girlfriend, and he was just in the living room beating off.
Like, is he coming or he's just hard that whole time?
He's hard edging, I guess. Because he's edging himself.
For 9 days?
Something crazy. I forget.
His poor girlfriend.
I forget. But yeah, but his girlfriend. So it's like there's like a film crew like documenting this. There's like the judge from the competition like keeping an eye on him. And then it came like beating off in the living room, and his girlfriend going about the house doing the normal things. She's like bringing him like fucking bowls
Water.
of ramen. No, bowls of ramen. He's like eating. She's like bringing food while he's beating off. A jerk off competition.
Yikes.
If I was jerking off, a hot bowl of ramen wouldn't be exactly what I'd want near my dick.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true.
Also, what a sad thing for her. She's like, yeah, can we fuck? No, baby, I'm jerking off. It's a competition.
Wow. Yeah, really weird stuff going on over there.
Yeah. You ever caught a guy you were dating jerking off?
Yeah, actually, my first boyfriend, who cheated on me a lot. So I found him like watching porn. It especially hurt my feelings because I knew he was cheating on me.
Wait. So you caught him? Was he jerking off, or was he just watching porn?
He was watching porn and jerking off, and I was just like, I'm right here.
And how did you know he was cheating on you before that?
Well, I found out a couple times. I was just really stupid. This is when I was younger.
And you stayed with him. Good.
Good for me.
Good for him.
Good for him. I was retarded.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't do that now.
If he had eventually stopped, I might have stayed with him forever, but he wasn't going to stop.
Oh, yeah. So you just walked in on him beating off?
Yeah, no, I heard the noises in the shower, and then
him or the fucking
bathroom.
TV?
I heard the his phone. He was watching porn, and then I was like, seriously, like I'm right here, like you're watching porn. But
was he in the room or where was he?
He was in the bathroom. He was like hiding it from me. And
he was in the bathroom and you were outside?
It was in the bedroom. I was just there. I'm like, we could have had sex. But it goes back to the thing. I probably wasn't very good at sex because remember, I was like a virgin at that time. He got me like when I was still really inexperienced. So I'm like, honestly, looking back, I'm like, yeah, I probably would be watching porn too. I was probably bored as fuck.
Yeah, but that's also the weird thing about I feel like about being married, because I was married for a fucking cup of coffee, so it never came up. But if I friends who are married now for 10 years.
Yeah,
I'm sure they beat off, and how do they hide it from their wife and like not make it feel bad?
I wonder. Well, I'm open to it now. I wouldn't give a fuck. But I also wonder, like,
because it's just one of those things. Like honestly, it's like a maintenance jerk off. Like sometimes guys just have to rub one out.
I have to do that. But the thing is like, after like 10 years with somebody, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get bored after 10 years.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that I'm gonna be into an open relationship, but we gotta do something.
No. All you gotta do is go rub one out to be fucking 10% nicer. Go get that shit done.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, please.
I don't make any big decisions in my life on a heavy ball bag. I gotta knock a nut out
really
to be clear headed about it.
It's really smart.
And here's another piece of advice before we end the show. Since you're looking for a lifetime partner to make a kid with,
yeah,
I highly recommend you find someone who doesn't live in the city you live in. I like long distance relationships.
I like long distance relationships as well.
Because you miss the person. You make time to go see the person.
And you get to know them. and on a different level.
Yeah. So when you guys actually get together
It's more
and decide to have a
special.
kid,
Yeah.
live in 2 different apartments in the same town.
Bro, I will not share a bedroom with my spouse.
Really?
No, hell fucking no. They need to have
That's
their own
popular. I know
bedroom.
like Gwyneth Paltrow or somebody was talking about that.
In their own bathroom, too.
Separate bathrooms,
I don't want
yeah.
to smell you go shit. Like, no, you don't shit. In my mind, you've never shit before.
Oh, that's a Southern thing, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I'm
I
sure
don't want
you
to hear
take
you
a dump.
pee. I don't actually.
Yeah, not for
Surprisingly.
free.
Yeah. But yeah, I just nope. Gotta have your own. Deal with that.
All right, where can the people find you, Mac?
At Big Mac Lawson on everything.
Okay, what's the name of the podcast?
Mac After Dark.
Mac After Dark.
Yeah.
You guys might see me in there in a couple of months. Thanks for
For
doing
sure.
this, Sweet Pea.
Thank you.
All right, guys. As usual, follow me at Randy Valero. Follow the podcast at Ready Set Blow. Rate, review, subscribe, all this shit. You know, I'm a bad marketer, but I give you free content, so show me some love. All right, guys. See you next week. Peace.
Bye.